Good morning, Joe Biondo with Inbound Logistics, and we're here today at MODEX2026. I'm talking with Ryan Kirklewski, Director of Software Product Management at Dematic. How are you today, Ryan?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing well, hanging in there. All right, first question. What is the single biggest pain point you're hearing from customers or that customers are bringing to you this year compared to 2 years ago?
I think the biggest pain point is probably visibility. Customers have a lot of different types of solutions in their warehouses today, come from a lot of different vendors. There's a lot going on in these warehouses, and sometimes it's just understanding what's happening in my warehouse right now and how do I get ahead of any possible exception scenarios that are going to occur. All these different systems from all these different vendors, there's a lot of data generated by these systems, and it's hard to get visibility into this massive amount of data that customers are generating with their systems. And so the story of their operations lives in that data, and they need a way to be able to understand what's happening right now and not be so reactive but more proactive. So I think they're just looking for better insights into their operations now.
So, looking around the MODEX floor, I know it's a little early in the show, but looking around the MODEX floor, what is one thing that you're seeing that might have been unthinkable even just 5 years ago?
I think the obvious answer is probably AI, as you see that pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's true. I think right now what you're seeing is actual AI use cases being implemented and developed. It's not just a buzzword anymore. Now we're starting to see applications of it. Warehousing logistics has a lot of real complexity to it. And I think with all the data generated with these systems, getting actionable AI now helping drive decision making and responsiveness to exception scenarios is really a game changer.
Good point. What is the biggest mistake you see companies making as they are starting this digital transformation journey?
Yeah, it starts with your data, right? So I think not having a strategy around data and how do you coalesce all your data together in one place so you can tell a singular story around it. It's kind of why we've implemented what we have with Command Center, is to have a single source of truth with data across the entire operation. With fragmented data, it's hard to get real visibility and real actionable AI into your operation.
So you guys have just unveiled Command Center, Dematic's Command Center. You're calling it the operational brain of the warehouse. In a world full of dashboards, what makes this platform different and unique?
Yeah, so it's real easy to probably look at Command Center and say, oh, it's just another dashboard analytics tool. It's really much more than that. It's a unified intelligence layer that brings all your data together in one place across not just Dematic solutions, but other solutions. We take that data and not only provide insights to customers into what's happening in their operation right now, allow them to get real granular into the data or see it more holistically, but start to make recommendations and actions based on that data as well. So it's not just analytics, it's really performance improvement as well.
So you've built Command Center on these 6 pillars of intelligence or 6 modules. Which one so far is proving to be the biggest eye-opener for warehouse managers who might be used to working in silos?
Yeah, so you mentioned we've got different modules within Command Center that we offer. We're still continuing to build those out. The one that sticks out to me right now is we call process flow visualization, which takes your data from your operation and creates a representative flow of the operation through your workflows, through your automation equipment. One of the first times we showed the process flow visualization to our customer, it was showing them the flow of the warehouse through a multi-shuttle, and they instantly recognized a bottleneck in their operation, and they asked our product manager, is that real data I'm looking at from my site? And they said yes. And they said, I'm sorry, I need to call you back. I have to go take care of this in my operation. So the first time they had even seen process flow visualization, they instantly recognized, with no training on how to use the screens, instantly saw something they had to go take care of. And so seeing immediate impact.
Yeah, that intuitive?
Yep.
That's awesome. So a big theme for Dematic this year is closing the plan reality gap. How does this software help a supervisor or a warehouse manager when things might go awry at 10 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I think just kind of like the story I told, is being able to see your data in real time and being able to respond in real time to when an issue is happening. We all know within operations, things never go as planned. Something happens, inventory issues, new orders come in, something, and now I got to respond. And so this, between the proactive dashboards that we're providing, the alerting we're providing, the intelligence we're adding, it allows our customers and their supervisors within their operations to react in real time when things are changing in their operation. So they're not looking back and saying, oh, this thing happened, I should have responded to it. They're able to respond in real time.
So I love the idea of talking to your data, asking questions, and getting that visual response, that visual answer. How does conversational AI, and you talked a little bit about this earlier, where someone without training just saw it and they knew something was wrong, they needed to take an action. But how does the conversational AI lower the barrier for floor staff who aren't necessarily data scientists?
Yeah, the whole idea of conversational AI is it's nothing new. We all use it kind of in our day-to-day life. If you've got Claude or OpenAI in your phone, you're using this, so people are familiar with it. I think with supply chain and distribution, it's a real game changer. Being able to, like you said, talk to your data. I want to be able to ask questions in my language to my data and find out exactly what I need. So whether you're a warehouse general manager, a shift supervisor, even an employee on the floor, being able to interact with the system to be able to ask questions about, specifically about the operation, or maybe if you're a floor user, understanding what do I do in this specific scenario, being able to talk to your system. So we're experimenting a lot with conversational AI in our analytics platforms, within our execution platforms. I think it can fundamentally change the way that people interact with these systems down the road. Instead of having dashboards and have to build the exact right dashboards for every customer, or the exact right workflow screens for every customer, being able to interact with agents that can converse with you to get insights into your operation, and even run your operation, I think is a real game changer.
So interestingly enough, that this program, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's vendor-agnostic. Why did Dematic decide to build a system that manages not just your own automation, but your competitors' hardware as well?
Yeah, well, the reality is that most of the customers that we work with have Dematic solutions and third-party non-Dematic solutions as well, and we want to provide a holistic view into a customer's operation, not just the Dematic piece of it, because that doesn't really provide them all the value that they could get out of a solution like this. So for us, it's important we give the customer a whole picture of their operation and their supply chain and their distribution centers. So being able to take data not just from Dematic solutions, but third-party solutions, aggregate that data, provide a full picture to the customers, will provide the most value to them.